Richician.
Hey YouTube, Richician 84 here, and welcome to Q&A number 112. And yeah, this time my webcam issue is sorted. Um, and yeah, it doesn't look like there's too many questions this week, but that's okay. Let's kick this off. So, the first questions, as usual, are from Matt and Alison Welch. Starting with pointing out that it was King of the Swamp that was the other suggestion. Um, to drop for Wing Karibo level 6. Um, I mean, I suppose I could, but the thing is, King of the Swamp does help make it easier for me to bring out Shining Flare Wingman. So, like, even though Shining Neos Wingman seems to be the main go-to fusion nowadays, I still prefer to go into Shining Flare Wingman, since it's my favourite hero and ace hero fusion. So maybe dropping a Spirit of Neos might be an idea. Um, but then again, it does make up for the fact that I hardly play battle traps in my elemental hero deck anymore. Then again, I do have Storming Mirror Force in there still. I don't know, I'll think about it if I do decide to play it. Anyway, as for the questions, one, um, with them, I assume Konami remaking old school rituals into actual archetypes like Skull Guardian. Wait, is it being made into an old archetype? First I've heard of it. What other old school ritual monster do you see becoming an archetype next? Shinato, maybe? I think Shinato is definitely a possibility. I was also thinking Crab Turtle, um, but Shinato would probably be more appealing since it is a fan favourite, and a ritual that old school players did really like from back in the day. Um, then again, another possibility is Reshift the Dark Being. Um, that has no support whatsoever, and it came out 18 years ago. The same set as Elemental Heroes. Gee, that's crazy that they came out 18 years ago. I am not okay with 2005 being 18 years ago. Ugh, thinking about that stuff makes me feel old. Uh, 2. Yu-Gi-Oh! Maze of Millennium has some new images of new support for Flame Swordsmen, including a new Mirage Knight. Any thoughts? I haven't seen these images. This is the first I've heard of it. But that does sound good. It would be pretty cool if Mirage Knight got some support. Maybe give it something that makes it so it doesn't banish itself during the end phase. I know I talked about this when I did that top 10 video Dark Magician support cards that I miss playing in my deck. It's just kind of bullshit how it takes quite a few resources to build up to Mirage Knight, only to have it banished at the end of the turn. Um, with like no kind of follow up. I mean, it would have been better if it had its anime effect, where once it leaves the field, it brings Dark Magician and Flame Swordsman back. That would have been amazing. Um, but yeah, I'm interested to see what sort of support Flame Swordsman would get, especially considering it's one of my top 20 favourite warriors in the game. Um, I know we have that new fusion card. I actually forgot what it was called. Fusion Armament, which I was very lucky to pull from a participation pack. Yeah, I've got that in my Joey character deck now, which is a much better way of bringing out Flame Swordsman in that deck, despite the fact that the card didn't exist back then. But I still had to try and find a workaround, because it is his favourite card after all. Um, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see what this support will be, definitely. And the last three questions are from Weber's 5. One, if Joey's land star became a full archetype, would you build it? Again, with this sort of question, despite the fact that I said I'm not going to build or rebuild any more decks. Well, if I do, it would only be on Edo Pro, I think. It would be part of my deck building challenge series. Um, yeah, I probably would give it a go. Either that, or maybe I could get the actual cards and put them in my Joey deck, because they can potentially help make Guilt for the Lightning easier to bring out, just like in the episode where he dueled against Solomon and used that spell to bring out three different wands and tribute summon Guildford. Um, yeah, that would be amazing. Um, and would definitely be a big help for my Joey character deck. This feels like a Joey special, this Q&A episode. Um, well, I wouldn't build the deck in real life. I would still get the cards and put them in my Joey character deck. Probably something that could happen in a future Battles of Legend um, set. Yeah, that would be great. And maybe release the armor cards and alchemy beast cards alongside them, just to give the Duel Monsters and GX fans what they want. Lots of people have been asking for the armor cards for years, and Matt and Alison Welch want the alchemy beasts to be an actual thing. Um, I'm sure one day they'll get their wish. 2. Which series do you think the upcoming Legacy of Destruction will cover? It'll be either Duel Monsters, Zexal, or Reigns. I'm guessing this is meant to be the set after Phantom Nightmare? Or is it another side set? Sounds more like it'll be another main set. That's a good question. Based on the name, it sounds more like something Duel Monsters. Um, I don't know, because based on general themes, when I think of a name like Legacy of Destruction, I don't think I can associate it with Zexal or Graves. I'd associate it more with Duel Monsters. Then again, I'm not quite sure what original series archetype they could give support to next. I still say it definitely should be Guardians, um, but who knows? Or maybe it could be something that would support the chess archfiends. I know we had generic archfiend support in Light of Destruction, but I hear that they don't go that well together apparently, which is a shame, really. Um, but chess archfiends is something else I'm thinking about doing for my deck building challenge series. About 3 or 4 I want to do. A Novellis, which was requested by Express Gaming, Chimera, um, was the other one? Uh, what was the other one? I mentioned it like several minutes ago. It was Chess Archfiends. I'm just drawing a complete blank here. Epic fail. God, these Q&A. First I go on my phone last week, and now I'm forgetting things that I said several minutes ago. Anyway, that answers my question. 3. Thoughts on my new playmat design for my channel shift. I need to bring up the image again. I know you sent me two different ones. Yeah, I'll just look at the latest one you edited. Yeah, it is really cool. I love it. I mean, it definitely goes well for things within those games that you really enjoy playing. And has the logo in the corner. That's a very nice touch. It's an ingenious idea, actually, having a generalized playmat with no zones, so you can play any card game on it. I really do rate it. You have some very creative playmat ideas, that's for sure. And this is definitely one of them. Um, And that's it for questions in this episode. Thank you very much for your guys' questions. Very cool ones as always. And if you've got any other questions you want to ask me, post them in the comments down below. And remember, I do these episodes every Tuesday afternoon or evening UK time. So be sure to get your questions in before then so that you don't miss out. Of course, that being said, I'm going to give it a miss next week. Purely because I'll be really, really busy next week. Of course, that being said, I'm not sure I will be attending TTR next Monday because um, I overlooked the fact that there's a tag team tournament on, so it's not likely that casual games will happen. But I'll still be busy afterwards. Now, even though me and Emma's 2-year anniversary will be next Wednesday, I'm going to be traveling up there like next Tuesday, like in the middle of the day, because I'm going to be joining her for a lane swim, and then after that, there'll be some Halloween fun, and I don't think I'll have the time to film a Q&A episode. And even if I do, um, there's still uh, the hassle of editing and uploading. And if I upload something around hers, it usually takes forever to upload. It takes about an hour, or maybe even slightly more than an hour, whereas here it doesn't take that long at all. Um, and I don't really want to be messing around doing all of that stuff when we'll be having an evening to ourselves before the day of our anniversary. Um, and well, considering it's our anniversary week anyway, I'd just uh, prefer to spend time with her rather than focus on Q&A stuff. So that being said, the next Q&A will be in 2 weeks' time. So that gives you guys plenty of time to come up with some questions for the next episode. Um, and yeah, just wanted to get that out there. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys later. See you. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.